under special presentations tonight, we've got Donate Life. There's a representative here this evening. We have, in my office, have decided to be supportive and then participate with Light It Up Purple. So, do we have a representative here tonight? Can we open the meeting to get the vote? Light It Up Purple.
No problem.
Yeah.
I make a motion that we open the floor to light it up.
All right, all in favor?
Light it up purple.
Aye.
Okay. All right, good evening. Hi, could you come forward over here so we can have you tell us about your program and what it means to all of us here in the city of Markham?
Thank you so much. I'm Marian Schuck. I'm the Vice President of Governmental and External Affairs at the Organ and Tissue Donor Network. We are a conservative organization for Illinois, 3/4 of Illinois, and the counties and Indiana. And we are responsible for coordinating the organ and tissue donation process, meaning we help families. You need to speak a little louder. I can barely hear you. It's National Donate Life Month, where we honor and celebrate all those family members who have selflessly said yes to giving life to someone else through organ and tissue donation. And what that means is that families, we meet them on the worst day of their lives when they experience a tragic circumstance, and they have to make the decision in two ways. One, if their loved one is registered, then we honor the wish for organ and tissue donation, and two, if they're not. And we have to have a conversation with them that asks them, would they consider saving the life of someone they've never met? You can imagine the worst day of their lives, with education and help people in the community understand we should be having conversations about organ and tissue donation, not just in a tragic circumstance, but with our loved ones. Places like this, places of worship, schools, communities, so that if you experience a tragic circumstance, you don't wind up in the hospital and having to make a decision on what could be the worst day of your life. So we thank the city of Markham for recognizing National Donate Life Month. We thank you for lighting up the city building purple, and we thank you for being a partner with the Organ and Tissue Donor Network.
Well, thank you for enlightening so many of us. Some of us have had some exposure to things like this. I know personally I have a family and things like this. So I think that it's a great effort that we can let people know about the life and go on and other folks when it is a bad thing.
Absolutely. We want to be able to help you create a lasting legacy. I myself am a donor wife. I lost my husband 4 years ago, and he went on to be ill.
That's wonderful. Thank you. We're going to read the proclamation that we've drafted to this report.
Whereas caring individuals and families in the city of Markham and across Illinois, Indiana have committed to registering as organ, tissue, and eye donors and have said yes to donation to save and heal the lives of others in need. And whereas thousands of men and women and children in Illinois, Indiana have received organ, tissue, and eye transplants that saved their lives, cured their blindness, or enabled them to walk, move independently, or live without pain. And whereas the need for donors remains crucial as thousands of people await life-saving organ transplants, and an estimated 1 in 20 Americans require tissue transplants during their lifetime. And whereas the city of Markham recognizes the work of Give the Hope Organ and Tissue Donor Network in coordinating organ and tissue donation with families, hospitals, funeral directors, and partners throughout the community. And whereas the city of Markham recognizes local hospital professional partners for their work with Give the Hope Organ and Tissue Donor Network to serve and care for the families and donors and ensure every opportunity for donation is successful. And whereas the city of Markham recognizes many more individuals, businesses, and organizations in our community who support the campaign to honor donors and their families, educate the public, and encourage residents to register their decisions to become donors through the Illinois Organ Tissue Donor Registry and Donate Life Indiana Registry during National Donate Life Month in April. Therefore, we, Mayor Roger A. Agpower, and the City Council proclaim April as the City of Markham Donate Life Month.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Mayor Agpower.
So I just definitely would, council, I don't know if anybody else here on the council has had experience with these matters in their life. You know, I think what better could we do in this life but help someone else extend life? And I think that that's what we do in our community, to try to make better lives for people. And so what else could we do better than something like this? So I thank her for coming out, and we'll keep things lit up purple, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you very much. We'll pass the word about organ donating and things of that sort to families.
I'll make it.
It's not on the agenda, so we'll have to, I thought it was on the agenda. It's not, so.
No, there's a proclamation.
I don't take a proclamation.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think so. So,
I'll make a motion that we approve it. If we have to redo it, we'll do it. But
yeah. Okay.
I make a motion that we authorize the mayor and the city clerk to sign the proclamation for City of Markham Donate Life Month.
Second.
Okay, motion by Alderman Harris, second by Alderman Jones for signing proclamation for District Hope. Roll call.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
Alderman Dowell,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. You know, I do these proclamations, resolutions from my office all the time for different ceremonial things, and so you get a quandary about where is that line. So I'll have to talk to the attorney about it. So making sure we have that covered. So again, thanks. We'll go over to the city attorney's report. Oh, a motion to close the floor.
Motion to close the floor.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Over to city attorney.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council, and members of the public. With respect to the city attorney's report, it appears generally under 7A through D this evening. We start under 7A with a proposed resolution approving a cannabis business community agreement between NMG IL4 LLC and the city of Markham.
I'll make a motion that, hold on, 23. I'll make a motion that we approve resolution 23-0-700, a resolution approving the cannabis business community agreement between NAG IL4 LLC and the city of Markham.
Motion by Alderman Bennett, second by Alderman Hampton, to approve resolution approving cannabis business community agreement. As read, roll call.
Alderman McDowell,
Abstain.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman Hampton Hauser,
Yes.
motion carries.
Next, we have under 7B, a proposed resolution consenting to the renewal of the Cook County Class 6B property tax incentive for local business with permanent index numbers 28-24-310-011-0000, 28-24-310-012-0000, 28-24-310-011-00, 2824-310, 2824-310, 019-0000, and 2824-310, 020-0000, located at 2900 West 166th Street here in Markham, owned and developed by First Industrial Realty. And I do believe the council is here on their behalf this evening, if you so choose to. That's 2900 West 166th Street.
All right, this is, US Express. Radios US Express. All right. That's over by you, I believe, 2900. Correct, John?
Yes,
I make a motion that we open the floor.
Go for
Yeah.
it. Go for it.
I didn't think you want to.
Oh, I make a motion that we open the floor to First Industrial Realty.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, have it, okay, who's the council?
Council Boyle, all right, he's here this evening, and I asked him on behalf of First Industrial Realty, just give a little bit of background with respect to this renewal. This would be renewal of 3 with respect to 16, correct?
Second renewal.
Second renewal, okay, second renewal.
The first actual application was submitted to this council back in 1998, and then there was a first renewal granted back in 2009. So this is the second renewal of that. As Mr. Miller suggested, this property is owned by First Industrial Realty. It is currently being leased to US Express. They are in a first amendment to their lease. This is a 165,000 square foot facility. Sits on approximately 41.8 acres, and it is it's a motor freight terminal servicing about 100 semi-trailers on a daily basis. Currently, on the property expires in November of 2024, and we'll let the council know that the tenant has expressed to us concern that if in fact this renewal were not to be accepted by the council, they have alternative plans to move to either here or Indianapolis. US Express employs about 150 people on a full-time basis, about 15 or 20 maintenance folks on the facility, as well as the balance being the truck drivers that drive those facilities on a national, or those trucks on a national basis. If approved, obviously the level of assessment will be affected by the property. The taxes generated based on the current valuation of the property would be in excess of $525,000 based on value. And as I'm suggesting, there are approximately 150 current full-time employees.
This is the, for better knowledge, Jevic site. So Jevic was there, is this correct? Or?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, US Express signed the lease at that first renewal period back in 2009, it was a 10-year lease. And they are on a 5-year first amendment to that lease, which again expires in November 2024.
Okay. Council, any questions? Seeing there, we'll let you have a seat and we'll see what they're going to do.
Thank you very much.
All right. Motion to close the floor.
I make a motion that we close the floor to First Industrial.
Okay, great. What's the pleasure of tonight?
Okay, I make a motion that we grant the approval, grant the approval for resolution number 23-R-23454. I'm sorry. Oh. I'm sorry.
She said 23.
Oh, no, 2354.
Didn't I say 2354?
No, it should be, it's a resolution. It's 701.
701.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I didn't
Okay.
catch anything.
All righty. I make a motion, we approve resolution number 23-R-701.
Second.
Motion by Alderman
I'm
Dow, second by Alderman Barron. Approval of resolution consenting to renewal of Cook County Class 6B property tax incentive as read. Roll call?
Alderman McDowell,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderman Hampton Houser,
Yes.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
motion carries.
And the council's correct, for the record, originally, March 18th, 1998, resolution 98-R-09, and subsequently, June 17th, 2009, resolution 09-R-406 became the first renewal, and of course, this evening will be the second. So, beyond that, just, council can be certified copy, Madam Clerk, of this, so whenever it's ready, let me know, so I can let you know. Okay.
So
Thank you.
we'll make sure we get this signed to you.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So we don't have to go to I-80 down to zero. So we do with us. We'll keep you here with us. That's right.
Okay, next we have under 7C.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Going back to the cannabis business community, who that resolution number again?
700.
That was 700.
23-0-700? Wouldn't it be R? Wouldn't it be R, so I'm doing that, and that's
I
R.
have ours.
Wouldn't it be R?
It's an R.
What is zero, what is it, 23-0-700?
23-R. 23R.
But you're right, that would be the first
I put it on there.
It should have been something.
Right on. Thank
Okay.
you.
No.
All right, next under
that was
7C, we have a
yeah.
proposed ordinance consenting to the renewal of the Cook County Class 8 property tax incentive for local business with permanent index number 29-19-124-019-00000, located at 2222 West 162nd Street here in Markham, owned and developed by American International Corporation / Markham Steel and Supply LLC. And I believe Mr. Dotson is here and representative.
And representative both. Motion to open the floor to American.
Make a motion, open the floor to Emeritus.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good evening, Mr. Dodson, Mr. American.
This is Mr. Matt Nguyen, he's the owner of American. I think some of you might be aware or familiar with this property, some of you might have been out there last week, so I had a good chance to take a look and see what kind of operation they've done. Very clean operation, obviously, 50,000 square feet of sheet metal that they supply to the South End.
Yeah, I think that's the value we add to the community. Kind of diversifies the businesses that are being attracted into here. A lot of freight, a lot of busing, a lot of things like that. So we're the age-old steel industry, and we export it. We're doing that now. So, yeah, it's nice to have a variety of businesses in the community.
Though we don't have 150 employees, we have approximately 8. So, very small. But yeah, as you know, many of the businesses in your community are small businesses, and this is how they get by, is having this ability to have this tax incentive in place for the property. Having controlled costs at a small business, and taxes are one of the number one thing that we're trying to control here. And with that extension for another 10 years, that's what Matt can do for this business here, is keep it here for another 10 years and keep control of that situation. We'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions, council? Seeing there's none, no, then motion to close the floor. You can have a seat and we'll see you for
I make a motion to close the floor
Second.
to Rico
All in
Steele.
favor?
Aye.
Have it. Okay, what's your pleasure tonight, council?
Well, this is the ordinance. We gotta waive the reading. This is the ordinance.
That's an order.
I make a motion to waive reading ordinance number 23-0-2354, consenting to the renewal of Cook County Class Act property for local business with a permit index number 29-19-124-019-000, located at 2222 West 162nd Street in Markham, Illinois, 60428, owned and developed by Ameritex International Corporation, Markham Steel and Supply LLC.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Dow, second by Alderman Zarin, to waive the reading for ordinance consenting to the renewal of Cook County Class A property tax incentive for local business and permanent, for permanent index numbers is red for 2222-162, developed by American International. Roll call.
Alderman Hampton Houser,
Yes.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman McDowell,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay. I make,
You gotta
I gotta pass
pass it.
it. Okay. I make a motion to approve ordinance number 23-0-2354. You want me to read it all again, or?
No, you just said it.
At 2222 West 162nd Street, Markham, Illinois, 60428, owned and developed by American International Corporation, Markham, Illinois, Steel Supply LLC.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Dow, second by Barron, to approve ordinance consenting to the renewal of Cook County Class A property tax for American as read. Question? Anything at this time?
No, other than that, no, just for the record, this is a renewal, and I've got some of the ordinance for that, I'll talk to Madam Clerk about it, but the original ordinance was passed on November 16th, 2011, so I'll add that before you do your certification.
Oh, yeah, roll call.
Alderman McDowell,
Yes.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman Hampton Houser, yes, motion carried.
And then next we have under 7D, and proposed ordinance consenting to the renewal of the Cook County Class A property tax incentive for local business with permanent index number 28-22-405-011-0000, located at 16600 South Crawford Avenue, here in Markham, owned and developed by Alpha Pro LLC.
Alderman Barron, you're ready.
Yeah, somewhere. All right. Is this a renewal?
Yes, this is
That's what I thought. Okay, I wanted to make sure. Okay, I make a motion that we waive the reading of ordinance number 23-2355, an ordinance consenting to the renewal of Cook County 8 property tax incentive for local business with permanent index number 28-22-405-011-000, located at 16600 Crawford Avenue, Markham, Illinois, 60428, owned and developed by Alpha Pro LLC.
Motion by Alderman Barron, second by Alderman Jones, to waive the reading for ordinance concerning the renewal of Cook County Class A property tax incentive for the permanent index number is red, located on 16600 Crawford, developed by Alpha Pro LLC. Roll call.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
Alderman Hampton Houser, yes, Alderman McDowell,
Yes.
motion carried.
Mayor Red Powell. I make a motion that we approve ordinance number 23-0-2355, an ordinance consenting to the renewal of Cook County Class 8 property tax incentive for a local business located at 16600 South Crawford Avenue, Markham, Illinois, owned and developed by Alpha Pro LLC.
Second. Motion by Alderman Aaron, second by Alderman Jones, for approval of ordinance concerning the renewal of Cook County Class A property tax incentive as grant for 16600 South Crawford, developed by Alpha Pro LLC. Questions? Roll call.
Alderman McDonald,
Yes.
Alderman Aaron,
Yes.
Alderman Hampton Houser. Yes. Alderman Jones.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mr. Mayor, that's all I have.
Okay, just for the sake of knowledge, I believe, is this the old, what was Larry's property? Is that what this is?
This is what?
Larry's property?
No,
Different, it's not.
no, this is down by, Stat second place.
Okay. I know exactly. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, city clerk report.
Mayor, I have a business license, and it is my understanding, I'm reading this into record. I was informed that this business, AF Trans Truck Repair, has relocated out of the state, so there's not a requirement for a business license.
That's why I couldn't find anybody
Yes.
there. That's why I couldn't find anybody there.
Oh, really? Okay, moving on.
That's all I have.
All right. Okay, moving on to, we have to quick the mayor's report. Good evening, everyone. Just a few things that I wanted to mention. Most of the time when we go through election time, a lot of us don't say much on the diet, or the council doesn't say much in general, because it typically would be kind of political to do that. So I feel a lot better after the fact talking about these things, so people can truly make up their mind about what they want to do. It's not as if many of us don't have much to say about these things. We try to get to the community and try to let them know what it is that we are trying to do. We have to go through that electoral process to do that. I am really very glad of the outcome last night for our community. I think that I'm very proud, in fact, of what the community has stated in the election process. I think I only said one thing that I'd like to see in our community is more people to be part of that process. I think that we don't have enough participation, and I think that is everywhere you go, where we just don't have a lot of people that vote. But we had the numbers that we needed. I think it still sent a message of how people think. It certainly did for me, and I'm very glad. In fact, I endorse people on this council. And why does the mayor endorse people? It's just like, I guess they did that in the city of Chicago. I didn't know what they were going to endorse next, if they were going to have, I mean, all the endorsements they had, I guess I could not believe how it went. But typically we do that, and that's to really try and send a message of how leadership thinks about the people that we get behind. And so we're trying to make a better community and let people understand what we're getting behind. So I'm saying that because I actually had some people say that I shouldn't have done that. But, well, I need to make sure that we have people that are heading in the same direction. And any of them will tell you on this diet that they'll definitely argue with you. But that's democracy at its best, where we have differences of opinion. And but for the most part, we can agree to disagree about what it takes to take care of people in the community. So I think the community for getting behind the endorsement that I made, and I'm sure that tonight, I'm very proud of the re-elected officials and the newly elected officials, and they'll have something to say about the election. I'm very glad that they were all successful and victorious, and now we can continue to get down to work, as we go into next month when everybody is sworn in. So I really wanted to mention that. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention about elections, as I get out of that mode and then get more of my report is hopefully we can find some peace, because, you know, you have to fight with people a little bit when you have elections sometimes, and everybody doesn't have the understanding or the spirit, so you try to let them know where it's at, and it really is, it should be done in a good spirit anyway. You know, we should really not have to fall out about things like that. We should try to understand that we all have differences of opinions, and we should be trying to get to the same place. But I'm looking for peace in Markham to continue peacefully so we can be about work for the people. So with that, some of the things that I intend to make sure that we're doing, we are reevaluating some things that we want to do in public works. Going into this year, we've got some things budgetary that we're working on to try and make some improvements with public works. One of the things that I know that the aldermen understand from the wards, and certainly when you go door to door knocking on doors, we still know that even clear since 2017, since I've been in office, that we have a lot of work to do with housing. It still exists. We've had some things that we've been trying to overcome legally to try to make sure we get that out the way. We're much closer than we've ever been, and I really can't wait, because we really have to continue to improve what's built or what's next door to many of us. And we want to make sure that we continue to put good properties out there in our community, and they're on tax roll, and they are presentable, and they make everyone's tax property value go up. We're going to continue a lot of development. Mr. Champion will probably talk about that a little bit as well. And one of the other focuses upcoming, we didn't do this when I first had gotten in office, but we're with the focus, and for me as well as I'd like to implore the council to get into the neighborhoods and deal with housing. And that's why we rebuilt the building and housing department, because we want to try to get into the neighborhoods and really make a better community by rolling up our sleeves in the neighborhoods. But one of them is policing. I say all the time, if you're calling the police about a home or live somewhere or something like that, then you're a little bit too late about what you should have done, maybe in the code of the building and housing about the standard of living at that address. You're missing the point. You have to start about where people live at before you call the police. And that's the proactive way to try to get into creating a better standard of living and improve the community. So one of the things that I'll say in closing, one of the things that we're going to do as well is there will be more demolition this year than ever before. So that's in my report, and over to Mr. Champion.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, council and members of the public. Congrats to the council members who were re-elected and the newly elected officials. I like the direction that Markham is going in. I think we're creating some real change, transformational change under the mayor's leadership. I'm really grateful for the council up here. Just really quick, Mayor, one of the things that we are focusing on more than anything is the infrastructure and focusing on grants. I will be attending a workshop at the SSMMA headquarters, South Suburban Mayors and Managers headquarters on next Friday. No, excuse me, on the 21st, rather, from 10 to 12. The federal EPA, they're releasing some additional dollars for infrastructure. So they have an informational session going on with the branch manager from Water Division and Region 5. And also our Illinois EPA will be in attendance as well, our section manager for this particular region. Just know that our infrastructure here, just like in a lot of municipalities, is failing. And it's important that we continue to go after grant dollars, especially on the federal level. We have several funding opportunities that's before us, and we're happy working with an engineer that I think that gets it, and with the council's blessing, we're going to continue to go after grants. Stay aware that that Amazon is hiring as well. Alerts are going out consistently. Amazon did not fully open up that building all the way. They had to do some additional build outs, but they're hiring 1,200 additional employees there. The Mokina site has been kind of carrying the Markham and Madison site for a while. So those operations will be kind of transferred over to the respective sites at Markham and Madison. But please, if anybody's looking for a job, please do not hesitate to visit either our kiosk here in the lobby area, counter corner to the water department, and of course on their website as well. That concludes my update, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We'll go over to Alderman Madison, one report, and good evening, Alderman Jones.
Yes. Once again, congratulations to the winners of the house yesterday event. Wish you all the best. Pleasure to work with you all these past couple of years. So, look forward to great things in the city of Markham. Also, thanks to Public Works for doing some cleanup in the area. I reached out to coming out and doing things much better. So that's it. Thanks again.
Okay, well, you got one more to go, so you can't do the whole farewell. We're gonna be ready for you at the end. Then.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, we'll get together. So, good evening, Alderman Barron.
Good evening. I'd like to thank the voters in the 4th Ward for returning me on a re-election. I ran unopposed, but there's some things I started I'd like to see finished. Our city administrator is working on one of the biggest, city and water and sewer, I should say. And then I said last night in front of a gathering that I like the direction we're going in, and I think it's Markham's time. So we had a presentation at the last council meeting that I'm super excited about. So I think it's going to be, I think we have some great things in store, and I think finally Markham is being recognized. So, and that's not by accident. I also thank the mayor and the council last night because it's a team effort. I want to wish everybody a happy Easter and remind anybody that's interested that this Friday, Good Friday, City Hall is closed. And also, it is the last fish fry at the Markham VFW. And so you might want to take advantage of that. And other than that, thank you very much. Everybody have a good Easter. That's it, Mayor.
Thank you, Alderman Barron. Good evening, Alderman Lady.
Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Council. Good evening, President, and also online. I'm just going to be very, very brief. First, I want to say, I want to thank all the residents in Ward 1 who voted for me. They trusted me to vote for Renee Hampton Hauser to continue moving forward as their alderman in Ward 1 and to continue to allow me the opportunity to continue to see the vision that we have set forth for our city and hoping to see it into fruition as well. So I want to thank the voters for their confidence in allowing me to sit in this seat again. And also, I also want to state that we are starting to clean up the easements, clean up some of the homes, putting the crew back together, and weather has been very favorable for us as well to go ahead and get started on that. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's going to be next week. We'll start back up on that next week. And then also, I just want to say, Good Friday, happy Good Friday, happy Easter, enjoy the weather, it's gonna be beautiful outside. I couldn't begin to remember the last time we had nice weather on Easter. So, just have a great Easter and stay blessed. That's all I have.
All right, thank you, Alderman Hampton. Good evening, Alderman Dow.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. I want to thank each and every resident that took time out to come out to cast their vote for my reelection as your current Alderwoman again in the second ward. I do not take this position lightly. It is an honor and a pleasure for me to sit in this seat and serve each and every one of you every day, and I thank God for that. For those that did not vote for me, I'm here to serve you also. So please reach out to me. Let me see what your concerns are, to help to continue to move Markham forward. I had many residents that I knocked on doors. They had many concerns and issues. So next week, Mayor, I would like to get with you to start addressing some of those concerns in the different areas of the ward. Being able to take, Canterbury was new in my lap, but I was able to connect with a lot of residents, new residents in the second ward, which has really, it was a blessing for me on the campaign field. And I am just really happy to be able to serve all residents. So I thank you for that, and I wish everyone a happy resurrection.
Okay, thank you, Alderman Dow. And, we can go over to public session.
I make a motion that we open the floor to the public.
So move.
All in favor?
Aye.
I have it, I'm not sure who we have signed in, but, you'll have, 3 minutes to address the city council if you want to listen tonight. And then after the podium that we call, we'll have 3 minutes to address the city council.
I have Mr. Boyle
That was.
You spoke earlier.
Oh, okay.
and Mr. Quinn. Okay, so I have no one else signed in.
All right,
I make a motion that we close the floor to the public.
So move.
all right. All right, with that, then we are welcome to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, roll call.
Alderman Barron,
Yes.
Alderman McDowell.
Yes.
Alderman Hampton Houser,
Yes.
Alderman Jones,
Yes.
motion carried.
Okay, good night, everyone. If anyone wants to see a council member, you can come to the dais.